Okay, here are the 7 plates of the vehicles passing through the intersection between 8 and 805. I made a call into the DMV to run their database for names. What's the matter?
One of the plates is mine.
I operated on a child. Left him brain dead, on life support. Hour later, it's all cleaned up. Ready for the next patient. How does that make sense?
It doesn't.
So why did you come back?
To tell you, I'm really sorry.
I don't want my last memory of him to be hooked up in machines.
Look, he's not in any pain.
Yeah.
Don't plan ahead. Just sit by his bed. Say what you need to say. And I'll be out here. I'll be waiting.
Okay.
Lucky. Have you been in to see Jake? I'm sorry. I would never do this if Jocelyn's life wasn't on the line.
The doctor said a donor would save her?
It's her best possible option. And donors for children are very rare. And there's a long line, and Jake is Jocelyn's only hope.
You drove past Elizabeth's house. Why didn't you tell me?
I thought it was closer to like 7:30. I didn't even think twice about it. I drive past Lexington all the time. I mean, it's a shortcut through town. There's a lot less traffic lights, and there's no traffic moving through. Oh, this is awful.
No, look, if you hit Jake, you would have known.
What do you mean I would have known? He is so small, and it's dark out, and there are a lot of potholes, and I definitely hit a lot of potholes. Oh, God.
Hey, wait, don't jump to conclusions.
What do you mean, don't jump to conclusions? I'm sick to my stomach even thinking about this right now.
Yeah, but you weren't the only one on the road. There were 6 other drivers.
No, but I had a really bad headache, and I wasn't concentrating on the road. I should have pulled over right away.
Okay, was your driving impaired at all?
My steering wheel drifted off at one point, so yeah, I guess it was, and I pulled over to collect my bearings. My car's parked outside, and you should probably have forensics look at it right now.
Okay, I'll get a team on it.
What if it was me?
Hey, Christina, how did you know?
Jax called my mom. She's helping me research treatment options for Joss.
She's beautiful, isn't she?
Yeah, she is.
Jocelyn's always been such a happy kid. You know, laughing and clapping her hands. Smiling at pretty much anything. It's weird seeing her so sick.
You must be really worried, aren't you?
I know how hard chemo was for your mom, and she's just a baby. Hey, how do you explain it? But Jocelyn, you're gonna be horribly sick. But trust us, in a few months, you might feel better.
I'm sorry. Is there anything that I can do to...
Hey.
Christina.
Oh, you went to the cafeteria?
Yeah, I figured a sandwich would be better than vending machine pretzels. Yeah.
Thank you. Abby's been nice enough to wait with me.
We can all wait together.
Robin, you were great during that procedure. You were steady as a rock. This failure's on me.
There was no failure. Jake had a catastrophic head
I'm
injury.
trained to handle worst-case scenarios, to think fast on my feet and make the best decisions.
Patrick, you did all of that.
Then why didn't it work?
He was already too hurt. He was too hurt for anyone to save, you know, even you.
I've never lost a kid that young before. I mean, Elizabeth is our friend. He's been over to the house to play with Emma.
Look, all of us are grieving, okay? But I know that we did everything we possibly could have done in here.
Then why are you apologizing?
I'm just so sorry for what I've done to you and to our family. I've held on to your betrayal so tightly that it's tearing us apart.
Well, you had the right.
You've been apologizing to me for months. You know, the least I could have done was meet you halfway because I love you and I know that you love me. And if it was Emma that had died on the table tonight, I mean, I couldn't have forgiven myself for all this time that I've wasted, so I'm really sorry. I'll be in the matron room if you need me.
Thanks. I haven't seen Jake yet. I don't know, I'm just still trying to absorb everything, you know?
I keep thinking he's gonna come racing around the corner, jump into our arms.
Full speed, almost knocking me over.
We don't have to make any decisions right now. There's no hurry. We can just stand out here and talk about things, you know?
Robin and Patrick were clear. It's only the machines keeping his body going at this point.
I know that. I'm just not ready to let him go. If we don't find a donor, they're going to start chemotherapy immediately.
Jake might not even be a match.
I know the doctor has to run a test, but it's the best chance we have. I'm asking you, no, I am begging you, Jason. Jason, you've helped me through every crisis I've had in my life, and you have just lost your son, and I know I'm not even giving you a minute to grieve, but Jocelyn doesn't have a minute. The cancer is in both of her kidneys. And they're gonna start pumping that poison in her body. I know I'm handling this wrong and I'm really sorry. I just don't know what to do.
It's okay. It's okay. I know that you would do anything. But it's not up to me. I'll talk to Elizabeth.
This isn't good.
What?
Registration came through on the second plate at Sonny's.
Well, then Max or Milo had to have been driving because Sonny rarely ever drives himself.
Take a look at the footage.
Wait a minute, there's his car.
Yep, and there's Sonny.
If Sonny did this, he'll be devastated.
Dr. Weber,
I'm sorry.
do you know where Elizabeth is?
I believe she's with Jake. He's still on life support. The parents, Elizabeth and Lucky, are considering organ donation, and they wanted to see him first.
Carly's daughter has cancer. Could Jake?
We'll have to run tests, and assuming he's a good match, he'll be an excellent donor for Jocelyn.
How soon does that have to happen?
The sooner the cancer comes out of that little girl's body, the better.
Call 3286.
Where's Jake?
Room 1050.
Need to be with Lucky right now.
He knows where I am.
Luke, he's going through the worst nightmare of his life right now. He needs his father with him.
To do what, Nick? Offer words of consolation, wisdom? I'm fresh out.
You don't need to give him advice or fix anything. You just need to be there.
Look, we don't need to go through your assessment of my lack of parenting skills anymore, Nicholas. I'm well aware of what you think about me.
Oh, come on. It's time to step up and be a father. For Lucky's sake.
Elizabeth.
Jason, when did you get here?
I've been here the whole time. I just didn't want to make things more complicated.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
What?
He snuck out the front door. I was so distracted, I just didn't hear him.
It could have happened to anybody.
I keep replaying that moment over and over in my head. I just don't know.
You're a wonderful mother. Yeah. You gave Jake the best life he could have. Where's Lucky?
Yeah. He's coming back. We haven't seen Jake yet. You know, he's just being kept alive by the machines right now.
I just saw your brother. Jocelyn Jacks is here at the hospital. And she has cancer. They found tumors on her kidney and she needs a transplant, but the donor list is too long.
What are you saying?
Your brother said that you and Lucky were discussing donating Jake's organs, and if you and Lucky would agree to let Jocelyn have one of Jake's kidneys, it could save her life.
You selfish bastard. You chose not to parent Jake, just like you chose not to be with me. You walked away and you never looked back. Lucky and I have raised Jake. We're the ones with the hole left in our lives. You don't even know him.
I gave Jake up because
And now you want to give away his organs. There is no way in hell you are using my son for spare parts.
Be done with my car.
I don't know, probably a few hours. Why don't you go home and get some rest?
Go home. I am a suspect in a hit and run.
Well, you're not under arrest. We questioned you. We got your statement.
You did. And this is all just starting to sink in for me right now. What if I was the one that hit Jake and I was completely oblivious and I don't even have a scratch on him from it and he's in the hospital?
Why don't you wait for forensics?
Wait? Well, maybe I should go to the hospital and tell Jason what happened or what I think might have happened. But then what if I didn't do it? Then I'd be making him upset for no reason.
Yeah, Falconary. Okay, I'll check my inbox. Thanks.
Forensics?
No, they got the plates and two more drivers. Robin Scorpio and Lisa Niles.
Well, it looks like we've struck out with the international registries. Long lists. A lot of kids waiting for kidneys.
I've got one more favor to call in, and Jocelyn is certainly sick enough to be pushed to the front of the list.
No. No, I can't do that to a child that's already waiting.
Then we'll just keep trying.
Yeah. Pray for a miracle.
Doing some research.
Dr. Jackson, yeah, this is my attorney and also my friend Alexis Davis. She's helping us find a donor.
Good to meet you.
Same here.
I just got off the phone with another doctor who specializes in the condition that Jocelyn's suffering from. He concurs with my diagnosis. Jocelyn should start chemotherapy immediately.
Okay, well, can we still look for a donor? I mean, will the chemo affect that?
Jocelyn will still have the transplant option, absolutely. But I'm afraid the chances of finding an available match are slim at best.
If we found a donor, could you do the transplant tonight?
Why? What's going on?
Elizabeth's son, Jake, was hit by a car and he didn't make it. He's brain dead.
Oh, God.
That's terrible. And,
Jake's father said that we could have one of his kidneys for Jocelyn. Can this work?
It's highly unorthodox.
What would you do it?
If the tissue's a match, I can operate tonight.
Then please, do it. Save our daughter.
Hey, Jason, where's Elizabeth?
She left. I said something that upset her.
You know, she's grieving.
I know. She just wasn't ready to hear what I had to say. But there's no time, so I have to ask you.
What?
Carly's daughter has cancer. And she needs a kidney transplant, but the donor list is too long. And Jake would be her only chance.
Did Elizabeth refuse?
She said it wasn't my choice because I've never been a father to Jake.
You made that choice. You made that choice, Jason, because you love your son. And I can't tell you, man, how thankful I am that you gave me the chance to be Jake's father. Every day, man. Every day, he brought so much joy to my life. And now he's gone.
But we can make Jake's life mean something. By letting him save Jocelyn.
Dr. Scorpio, 3404. Dr. Robin Scorpio, call 3404.
Yeah, Michael really jumped out of the chair when the doctor came by. I hope he hears better news about Jocelyn.
You can stop pretending. We're alone now.
This is a bad night to throw attitude.
You're obviously using this crisis to play up to Michael. His sister is seriously ill, and you want to be the shoulder he leans on.
Michael asked me to stop by.
Well, he's not thinking straight, and you're not helping.
Well, I think that that's for Michael to decide.
Michael doesn't need you. He's surrounded by family. And it's awkward with you here, too.
Well, it seems like the only person I'm making uncomfortable is you.
That's because everyone else is too polite to say anything. This is about Jocelyn, and you don't even know her.
You're right. You know, Michael and his parents have enough on their plates. They shouldn't have to deal with your issues against me. So if you're staying, I'll go.
Hey, Jocelyn. Your mom and your dad and your brother are talking to your doctors. We're all looking out for you. Because that's what families do.
Hey, we may have a donor for Jocelyn.
Where's Abby?
She had to leave, but that's great news about the transplant.
Jason told me about Jocelyn.
He had no right.
One of Jake's kidneys could save her life.
I will not have my baby cut open. When we decide to let Jake go, he will be in one piece.
He's gone, Elizabeth. And waiting is not going to bring him back.
I can't do it. I'm can't do it.
I can find one shred of good in all of this.
How can you even talk about good?
It's not just Jocelyn. You know, I mean, there are other children waiting for transplants, and their parents are sitting there right now praying for a miracle, just like
What
we
about
were.
our miracle? What about our miracle, Lucky? Why was it Jake that had to die?
We can't save Jake, but we can save those other children. We can do this, Elizabeth. We can do this.
So I picked up Cameron, Aiden, and took them back to Windermere with me.
That was thoughtful.
Unfortunately, I can't pick you up and drop you off at the hospital.
If there was anything I could do over there, I'd be there now.
Luke, you'll never know if you don't show up there.
Nicholas, I'm at the end of this phone line. Lucky has the number. All he has to do is call. It'll take me 10, 15 minutes at the most to fly out of here and be at his side.
Maybe just this one time. You should go there before he asks.
Dr. Jackson is running tests to see if Jake and Jocelyn are compatible, so
Talk to
if they...
Elizabeth, and she's not gonna do it.
Dr. Merritt, call 59.
What do you mean?
She's not ready.
Jocelyn needs this. There's no time.
She's grieving and she's emotional right now.
Okay, I have to talk to her.
Just Lucky's gonna talk to her. Just give him a chance, Carly.
If Jocelyn doesn't get that kidney tonight, they're going to start pumping her full of chemo. I get that Elizabeth doesn't like me, and I can't imagine what she's going through, losing Jake. But I've got to talk to Elizabeth, and I have to make her understand that this is just...
I understand. We signed the paperwork. Jocelyn can have one of Jake's kidneys.
Thank you. Thank you. You are saving my daughter's life.
Hey, I got your page. If this is about Elizabeth Weber's little boy, I already know.
There's never a silver lining when a child dies, but we do have a bit of good news. Jasper and Carly Jack's little girl needs a kidney. Jake Spencer's a match.
Are you doing the surgery?
Yeah. And I could use some help. I know I'm not supposed to know this about you. But back when we were in Houston, you assisted on several transplant procedures. Can I get a hand with this?
Well, I may be booted from this hospital after tonight, but at least I'll have the satisfaction of saving a child's life.
And we still haven't settled things with Lisa.
It's so beside the point right now. All I want to do is go home and cuddle our little girl and be grateful that she's healthy.
It's amazing what we take for granted. Somebody loses a kid and it puts it into perspective, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Dr. Monica Quarterman, call 3405.
Well, will you kiss that beautiful little girl goodnight for me?
Hey. Why don't you kiss her goodnight? Can we come home? Please? I mean, we've wasted too much time as it is.
Are you sure?
The happiest I have ever been is when you and me and Emma were a family. And I want that again. Please. I miss you.
Let's go home.
You know, I haven't been involved in the whole Lisa Niles mess, but allegedly she's capable of doing some pretty nasty stuff.
Well, her car passed through the intersection right after Robbins.
Maybe Dr. Niles hit Jake.
Can we roll me out first?
Why don't I call down to forensics and get an answer?
You know what? No. They're gonna call when they're done, right? I mean, if these are my last moments without guilt and regret, I am in no rush. How's that for spineless?
If I was in your shoes, I think I'd feel the same way.
Okay. Any information on other suspects?
Yeah, they got the idea of one more plate. Lou Spencer.
Hey, Dad. Didn't know if I was gonna find you here.
Want a cup of coffee?
Yeah. It'll help me disappear. You afraid that I'm gonna use Jake's death as an excuse to fly off into oblivion again?
Booze is not going to help. Nothing will. There's no way to even use words to explain what happened. There's just...
Why does everyone keep talking then?
Well, probably because it's easier for them to say something than nothing.
That makes sense. You know, Dad, Jake, there was something about that kid. He was absolutely fearless. Absolutely fearless. And I used to think that he got that from me.
When a child dies like this, so brutally and unnecessarily, I really don't think there's a way back from that pain, Lucky. I think you're going to have to learn to live with it.
What happens if I can't? See you in the morning, Jocelyn. Okay, as soon as you're better, Morgan and I are going to take you to a Yankees game, so stay strong, okay?
Yeah, everything's gonna be fine. It's gonna be just like falling asleep. When you wake up, Mommy and Daddy will be here.
You're a brave girl. You are. You have been since the day you were born. You're gonna come through this with flying colors. I love you. I love you so much, princess. Mom is gonna be here. Okay.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay, sweetie.